rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be, what's good? It's your number one T rockin' Knicks universe, your main man, Uncle Freezy is in the building. Salute everyone. I appreciate y'all being here, coming through to rock the spot. Man, we got a lot to talk about, man. Man, we got a lot. Yo, we got a lot to talk about, man. Either we got a lot to talk about or Mike Brown is a genius. Man, I saw so much different stuff. I'm not used to this. This is too much for me at one time. I saw the Knicks pre-switch defensively so the team couldn't run or pick on our worst defender. Tory B, I ain't used to that. This is too much at one time. Legit, we out here pre-switching to show them a look defensively so they just won't go pick on a certain player. And then when they started picking on a certain player, we changed up the defense. What? Yo, we got mad stuff to talk about, y'all. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Sherwin, what's good, bro? Sharon, what's good, man? I just got an email come through, man. Don't they know it's 11 o'clock at night? Don't they know it's 11 o'clock at night, man? They out here trying to work. Who worked this late at night? What kind of person, what kind of human being would be working this time of night? Right? Man, the Knicks played tonight, man. We can't be working this time of night, man. The Knicks played tonight, man. Real King in the building. Ribs is in the building. Salute. Tory B says it was the Sixers, so I'm not overly hyped, but I like what I see. I'm going to tell you, I'm super hyped, Tory B, about what I saw. I'm super hyped about what I saw. Right? Not just players. I'm talking about systems, schemes, flexibility, adjustment. I wasn't sure. You know, I was at work. I know, like, this time of year, man, I generally work like 11, 12 hours a day. I generally don't get off until about 8 o'clock. like 9 o'clock to 8 o'clock at night, something like that. It's gonna be like that until Christmas, right? What I do every year. That part don't bother me, right? That part don't bother me. The son of the legend, Kerry Cox, is in the building. Ribs, bruh. Did y'all see? Deuce and Jalen Brunson pre-switch? Jalen Brunson and Deuce are side by side. They come down, they call that play. Deuce dropped down to the baseline where Jalen Brunson is usually at, and Jalen Brunson take off trying to guard somebody on a perimeter, and they call a play anticipating calling Jalen Brunson up from the baseline to be put in the pick and roll. Surprise! It's Deuce. It's Deuce. And then they calling off the play. They're like, no, don't come up here. Don't come up here. Yo, what's good? Corey Lee in a place to be. What's good, bro? Let me talk this thing because I gotta say this stuff real quick, man. Before I get completely in my bag, right? Let me just do this real quick. All right. So today, preseason, the game against the Sixers felt different. And I'm not talking about the final score. The Knicks put up 99 points and walked out with the win, sure. But the real story is how they did it and what it means moving forward, right? And so y'all just bear with me. I wrote this. I was like eating spaghetti, whatever, trying to write the thing. So y'all bear with me. Now, Knicks fans already buzzing about how sharp the players look. But here's the question we got to wrestle with. Are we seeing the results of genuine self-improvement over the summer? Or are these players finally showing what they can do when they're not strapped down by a vanilla system? Y'all heard me. Y'all heard me say it. Y'all heard me say it. Y'all heard me say, that's right. I asked y'all a question. Is what you saw today a byproduct of guys finally being healthy in the summertime and get to work on their game and then they improve? Or did Mike Brown take off the shackles from players who are already good but just asked to do certain stuff in vanilla systems? Right. So let's start with the self-improvement. You look at guys like Deuce, who suddenly looks more confident and decisive. And that doesn't happen overnight. That comes from hours in the gym, from deciding basically, I'm not going to be the same player I was last year. This is the last straw. Same with some of these vets. Their conditioning is up to par. Right? They willing to move the ball. That's personal growth. That's personal decision. That's accountability. That's pride. Right? Take the thing off this microphone. That's pride. That's not a business decision. That's a personal decision to be unselfish for the sake of the team. Because whether they made that decision or not, their check was still going to clear the bank. Whether they decided to do this or not, their checks were still going to clear. Right? So keep it a stack. We can't ignore the other side of it, though. A lot of Knicks fans had been saying for years that the previous guy was not flexible. He was too rigid, right? Too predictable. Too much grind and not enough freedom, right? Guys, make the basic play. Don't be flashy. Don't turn it over. Don't take risks, right? Nothing wrong with that. That's called structure. Excuse me. There's nothing wrong with that. That's called structure, right? That's what it is, right? But today you could feel the ease and fluidity and looseness and freedom in the way these guys played. The ball wasn't sticking. Players wasn't just waiting around for somebody to run a set or an ISO. It was flow to the offense. There was creativity, right? And that makes you wonder, maybe these players had more to give all along, but they were just locked inside a cage playing by the rules that really didn't fit their skill set, but maybe fit a system. So which is it? Is it the summer grind or the shackles are off? Honestly, it could be a mix of both. I'm thinking it might be a mix of both. The further I get away from that game, I keep going on both sides. That's why I was calling around saying that I can't wait for the Knicks at Night podcast to start so that I can ask the chat what they think it is. And so what makes this preseason so intriguing is because the Knicks we're seeing now don't look like the ones we saw stumbling through stretches last year. They look hungry. They look free, right? Now, I'm not going to hang the banner just yet. It's preseason. It's game one of the preseason. And y'all know preseason can fool you, right? We know that. But when you see guys smiling, pushing the pace, defending with energy, playing with trust in one another, you can't ignore it. Something is happening here. And whether it's individual evolution or liberation from the past regime, it is something to get excited about. Ralph Unreal is in the building. Let me see my people in here because I was reading my thing off the paper. I thought I saw Brandon Williams in here. Brandon Williams in here. Ralph Unreal, what's good? I saw some stuff, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you. Today. Hey, Jake, what's good, bro? Sherwin, stop jumping the Sherwin. Can you please let me run the show? I'm gonna get to that, bro. Relax, calm down. Sherwin, let me run the show. I got you, I promise. Sherwin, I got you. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. I got some scorching hot takes. I got some scorching hot takes. That are probably too raw for TV. They probably too raw. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about, man. We got a lot to talk about, but I have to break this thing down in a way that's palatable for people watching. Because y'all know we hardcore. Right, y'all already know we hardcore, right? So y'all already know what it is. The hardcore fan, y'all already know how I talk. So y'all that don't bother y'all because y'all either day ones or early ons, right? I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say this, right? Corey Lee in the place to be. What's good, bro?
What's popping, big bro?
Man, I got a lot of stuff that I got to talk about, bro. Legit, a lot of stuff that I gotta talk about, man.
Yeah, there was a lot to talk about today.
Yeah, it's a lot to talk about, bro.
Bro, all right, stop, bro. I'm sitting here. I'm listening. I'm gonna mute up and listen to you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. The first thing I noticed is Hakim Dadier starting. And Sherwin, I know you want to get to a lot of stuff. You got to be patient, bro. You got to be patient. Yo, Kerry Cox, I know y'all want to get into a lot of stuff, but let me tell y'all something, man. We got a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about, right? But let me tell y'all something, man. Hakim Dadier getting a start in the first preseason game is an eye-opener for me. Yo, that's an eye-opener for me. Hakim Dadier starting is an eye-opener, right? And here's the reason why I'm Hakim Dadier to me is now, hey, Kerry Cox, I'm about to shoot a hole through that, bro. Right, I'm about to shoot a hole through that because I know. Listen. I get it. I get what a lot of people think. A lot of people think because the mainstream media say stuff that the mainstream media is smart, right? And I'll admit a lot of the mainstream media people are smart, right? Right. But nah, they don't know basketball. Look at your TV screen at Brian Windhorst. Does Brian Windhorst look like he ever played anything?
He probably was a hell of a ping pong player.
That man ain't never bro. That man don't even look. He don't even. You know how? Okay, so I'm a big guy that look athletic. Corey Lee is a big guy that looks athletic, right? Like legit. You like, yo, you know, man. He a big dude. He look like he could play linebacker or something. Like, or you look at Lee, you like, hey man, put Lee in the gym. Put Lee in the gym, bro. He might be a safety, right? Something, right? When you look at Brian Windhorst ain't never played nothing, right? He don't give me. He's a reporter, man. Listen, hey, Hotline Blank. If I let Brian Windhorst post me up, I'm gonna just go ahead and go to the upper room, bro. I'm gonna just call it. I'm gonna be looking down on y'all like I ain't had no more business down there, bro. I already. If Brian Windhorst posts me up, bro, I'm gone. I just be looking down on y'all. I'll be like, hey man, I can't wait till y'all get up here with me. You know what I'm saying? Nah, ain't no way.
God.
Ain't no way, bro. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Hakim Lee. This is the thing about Hakim Dadier, right? In the biggest media market in the NBA, you always have to keep a narrative going, right? You gotta have something going for the people. A few years ago, I heard the term "Knicks for clicks." I didn't create it; somebody else said it, and I'm like, "Yo, I agree."
Yep.
Right? I agree. You got to keep something going, bro. Right? Here's the thing. Here's the thing. The media is saying that Hakim Dadier is the attractive piece, right? Because there's got to be a narrative. There's got to be something to keep y'all coming back to y'all TVs. And plus, y'all hungry for stuff, some Knicks related content. With me, I'm not gonna BS you, bro. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I'm gonna keep it a stack, right? Multiple things. First of all, multiple things with Hakim Dadier. Do the Knicks look like an organization that would turn a first-round pick into 2 future second-round picks way so far down the road that they don't matter, just so that you can have a battle for the final roster spot between Landry Shamet and Garrison Matthews?
Thank you for making that clear.
Chat, think about what I'm saying. Does Leon Rose look like a guy that would take assets and hustle backwards with it? Does Leon Rose look like a guy that's going to take his light bill money and lose it at the dice game? Got his girl and his baby sitting in the dark. Leon Rose ain't that type of guy. We got to give guys, we got to give the Knicks organization credit for being smart, for one. That's the first part, right? Right? Why would Leon Rose gamble with a future asset that could give him more? Hey, man, Dottier takes a step. This time next summer, we can have the same conversation. Now we like, hey, man, we could throw Dottier in that Devin Booker deal, right? We could throw Dottier in that, I don't know, Anthony Edwards deal, right? Who knows? I don't know. You could throw Dottier in that Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo deal, right? Like you can legit you could say stuff like, yo, you know what? I'ma just flip Pacom Dottier for Tari Eason, right? If you wait 1 year, right? If you wait 1 year, right? Or you can flip him for 2 second-round picks that won't matter. He's gone. And then at the season, Brogdon, Shamet, Garrison, Matthews, all those guys are gone too. So if you flip them, everybody's gone at the end of the year. And then now you have to start the search all over for the guy that you just flipped who was 20 years old. Leon Rose don't give me the impression. I know what I should be doing. What I'm as a content creator, what I'm supposed to be doing is shooting y'all the gas so y'all have something to talk about, right? Hey man, the Knicks are showcasing Pacom Dottier so that they can put him in a Giannis deal. Man, you're not getting Giannis for Pacom Dottier, bro. Right? Or in the case, and then if you say the Bucks ain't taking Pacom Dottier for Giannis, right? Here's the other part of that. Y'all think the Bucks are gonna hold up a trade? Like say it's OG and Bridges. We gonna take OG, Bridges, and Deuce, but we not gonna do it unless y'all throw in Pacom Dottier. All of that stuff, all of this stuff is it sounds ridiculous. All of it sounds ridiculous. If you are someone that just want to shoot, your family to gas. If you want to shoot your family to gas, you like, hey, they showcasing Pacom Dottier so somebody can come knocking on the door and give us 2 first-round picks. Nah, ain't nobody giving us no 2 first-round picks for Pacom Dottier. And Leon Rose is not going to take a late first because that means he's breaking even. And he's not going to take second rounders. That means because he's losing value. What I would say to y'all is, for everybody thinking they making room for Landry Shamet, how about y'all better tell Landry Shamet to watch his damn back. Right. That dude Garrison Matthews, bro. That dude coming in here, he fighting for his life, bro. Yo, like for real, for everybody that thinks Pacom Dottier is being showcased so we can keep Landry Shamet, how about y'all go tell Landry Shamet he better watch his damn back? Bro, did y'all see Garrison Lee? Did you see Garrison Matthews, bro?
Yes, I did. I had to ask why. Who the hell was that dude?
Bro, I'm telling you. Bro, I'm telling y'all, man, that's what I'm saying. You got to kind of watch. You can tell who watch games and who's invested in this Knicks stuff. I watch games and I love y'all. Y'all my people. I ain't gonna shoot y'all the gas. I ain't gonna do it in this little box y'all see me in, and I ain't gonna do it in real life when we all meet each other. That ain't me. I don't pretend to be somebody I'm not. I'm a regular dude. I'm a fan just like y'all, right? I'm not gonna sit up here and have thought some stuff through and then tell y'all to shoot y'all the gas, right? Why would the Knicks trade to make a roster spot for a guy that may not even make the team? Ivory 10 is in the building. Salute. Sherwin, this is what I was saying. Like when you was putting your stuff in the chat, I was like, bro, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man, too. Bro, Karl Anthony Towns is not a defensive center. I'm sorry. Even today, even against a bad team, they had to use trick defenses to protect Cat from himself. Right? They had to, Sherwin, when you go back and watch the game, when you go back and watch the game, bro, I think the score was 11-11 or something like that. Right? And we couldn't knock out excuse me. We couldn't sneak away from this Philly team. We saw a coach pointed it out. Coach and Justo, they was like, yo, the Knicks are in a 1-3-1 defense right now to protect Cat. And here's I'll give you the play. When they pulled Cat up to the elbow and Cat looked at a non-shooter and was guarding a non-shooter, and I think Kelly Oubre went in behind Cat and dunked. Like if you get legit, if there's a non-shooter on the floor right in front of you, say he's 6 feet away, 7 feet away, you're gonna close that difference and give Kelly Oubre a driving, or whoever it was. I might have been Edgecombe. It was somebody, right? Right? You legit gonna go out to a non-shooter and cover them on a perimeter and let an athlete backdoor you, pause, and dunk? Lee, what will we? Yo, we gotta do something with Cat defense. Yo,
Hey, bro, I don't know what to say about that man's defense. I'm still stuck. I don't know what to say nothing about his defense. But I will say this though. Thank God we got Mitchell Robinson. That's why he started Mitchell Robinson with him.
Thank God we got
Mitchell Robinson. That too. And let me tell you something. And then I heard that I was just watching the other shows earlier. I had to turn them off when they started saying that. Oh, we just showcasing them. So we're gonna have Malcolm Brogdon. Let me tell you something. This is how silly we are as Knicks fans. Why are we so pressed for NBA relics when we have an up and coming somebody who can actually bring real value to the team? And the coach did not start him because he wanted to showcase him, which is retarded. Excuse me. But obviously the young man's been shooting lights out in practice and busting his bosom or his behind and looking good. See, nobody was paying attention. I was listening to what's my man? Walt and the other dude today while we were watching the game. And they actually said that, the coaching staff, or they said it's a reminder of Deuce, how Deuce was 2 years ago in practice doing his thing. Yeah. It was hard for him to get it ready and develop it and put it outside for the regular games.
Right.
So there's obviously something in him that the organization likes. So all this showcasing stuff, please, man, blow your nose and blow that out your brains with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because y'all tripping.
Yeah, the showcasing thing. I don't judge people like that. I ain't gonna judge them. What I'm gonna say is they don't really know, like just because you're passionate don't mean you know stuff.
Hey,
right? I know a lot of people that love to eat, but they can't cook.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You know how you know a lot of people that love to go, but they can't drive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Travel, let it travel, can't drive.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing I want to tell y'all about Pacom Dadier is this. It's two things. When Pacom Dadier started today, instead of Josh Hart, that told you right then they're not investing in no foolishness. May the best man win. Right? Because here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? I'm gonna tell y'all something. This would have been a showcase. Josh Hart starts, and every time Philly go to the bench, Pakam Dadier comes in to eat up their bench. Pakam Dadier eat up their bench. He finished the game with like 15 points and a couple of fantastic dunks or whatever. And he looks like a rising star, even though he played against a depleted Philly team with a bad bench. But nah, Pakam Dadier played with the starters. He wasn't out there to take shots away from Jalen Brunson. Y'all think, and Lee, this is the thing, right? Why would you showcase Pakam Dadier instead of investing in Jalen Brunson, Deuce, and Mitch and get them ready for this long championship season? Which one y'all think is more important to the Knicks? Get ready for the championship season or trade Pakam Dadier? Dripmore is in the building. Salute. Think about this. Think about what I'm telling y'all, right? Think about what I'm saying to y'all. Lee, this is what I'm saying, Lee. This is what I'm saying. Clearly, the kid is doing something to be on everybody's tongue like that. Because if he was a bust, nobody would be talking about him.
Facts.
Right? If the kid was garbage, nobody would be talking about him. He would already be gone.
Boy.
Here's point number two. Here's point number two. Right? Point number two is this. Right? I think Josh Hart is no longer the teacher's pet. When I saw Josh Hart get hurt today, I saw Josh Hart basically whine on the floor like a baby. Like usually, and Josh is my guy now. Remember, I'm a Josher, right? I'm a Josher, everybody. Right? I'm a Josher, everybody. Right? When I saw Josh Hart on the ground complaining, I was like, yo, you know what? This ain't really a good look right here. Right? Because usually when Josh get hurt, Josh play through it. You got to go get Josh off the floor. Like Josh ain't gonna tell nobody he hurt. Josh ain't gonna tell nobody he hurt. Hey, Cox. Hey, the irony to what Kerry Cox said just now. McCullough has better defense. Everybody I was talking to was like, "Yo, McCullough better be careful on that two-way he got, bro. Because if he don't show you something in this next preseason game, he gonna be working at Foot Locker, bro. Like the reason why, and I'm not shifting gears. It's the first preseason game. There's a lot of stuff to talk about, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. The Knicks started Pakam Dadier. You know who else looked good today, bro? Muhammad Diawara. You better start putting some respect on Muhammad Diawara's name, bro. He looks tall, fluid, and athletic, bro. We don't know what he's going to be yet because I don't even think he knows what he's going to be yet. But the thing we do know is the Knicks value him. They valued him ever since the draft process. They didn't look to trade up and do nothing crazy. They was just like, yo, Muhammad Diawara is our guy. They had their eyes on him, and they knew he was a fit, and they were right. Right? They were right. Lee, you saw the game, right?
Yeah, come on, man.
You saw did you also see Mo Diawara?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, man. Yo, I'll put it like this. When Tibbs was here, we was thinking like Tibbs was here. Mike Brown is here, and some people still thinking like Tibbs is here. Tibbs ain't here no more, bro. Mike Brown is here.
Breezy, I've been saying that. Let's get out of that mindset, that frame of mind. We have to brain dump everything from what we saw. I understand that that was the only scale that we have. Now we have a new scale
Yeah.
to measure things off of. You know, Knicks fans, you gotta turn the page.
Yeah.
That chapter's done. So now life is different.
Yeah.
And the way he's gonna first of all, he's gonna look at these players from a whole different perspective. He's gonna really value what they do. I'm not saying Tibbs didn't, but Tibbs saw it from his perspective.
Right.
But he's gonna try to get the most out of these young men while he got them. You know, there's gonna be a lot of frustrated people because things aren't gonna be the same. You know, it's like basically, all right, Breezy, I'm gonna throw this at you in this analogy. You know how every 3-4 years the chain of command change the chain of command? And you know, we gotta go out there, roll out the TA-50, all that stuff like that. And
They do it for a reason. Yep. Yep.
they do it for a reason, right? But once that's done, you know, now here we come with a brand new platoon sergeant, and here he comes with a brand new philosophy.
Yep.
And how he runs the platoon and everything like that.
Yep.
And then it's an adjustment period. And if some of the veterans don't like it, some of the, you know what I'm saying, the veteran soldiers that have been there for a minute, and then you got your, you know, your privates who just got there who don't know what to expect. That's all it is. It's an adjustment period. Relax. Watch what happens. It's gonna change. And I think we're on the upside, period. Regardless.
Yep. Yep. Sherwin said he watching the game for the third time, bro. I watched it. Okay, so I watched it. I'm gonna say 3 times, but I had it on 3 times. I watched it twice, and then I had it on another time. So, so I kind of watched it 3 times, but I kind of didn't. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie to you, be like, yo, I watched it 5 times. Nah, I ain't.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you. The second time I kind of fell asleep on it.
Right.
You know, but I've been watching it. I watch it. I'm planning on watching it again.
Right. Yeah.
And I look forward to Saturday because I think it might be another mix-up on Saturday.
Probably. Well, the thing is OG Anunoby was an unexpected scratch. Right? He was an unexpected scratch. Hey, Sherwin, man, we gonna get the deuce, man. Calm down, bro. We doing it, bro. Sherwin, we doing it. Relax, bro.
Sherwin wanna come here and moderate.
Yo, Kerry Cox, we doing. Kerry Cox will be like, Matthew's playing for us. We do it, bro. We gonna get there, y'all. Relax. They want us to talk about all of it at one time, bro. We got to break this thing down, bro. So, but the thing with just to wrap, yo, just to wrap, right? Just to wrap it up. The Pacom Dadier thing. Sherwin, you right. Pacom Dadier defense did look really, really good for really good stretches. The only one I didn't like is the dude got in the second half. He gave up the reverse layup at the rim, and I know it's a preseason game. Lee, I'd have still fouled that dude, bro.
I already know.
Why you saving fouls in Abu Dhabi? You gonna come back and get them? Yo, you remember them fouls I left in Abu Dhabi? Nah, bro, you ain't foul a man. Make them shoot free throws. And then the one where he got the foul called on Mitch. Right? He put his hand up like, hey, that might have been me. Bro, that ain't no might have been you. Even if you didn't touch him, you still gotta. Mitch is important, bro. You gotta take that foul.
Yeah, you gotta protect him.
Yeah. You gotta go to the ref and be like, hey, ref, that was me. I got him, man. My bad. I ain't want to hurt him. You know what I'm saying? You can't let Mitch get no. Come on, man. That was another young player thing. So Knicks Nation says Diawara has handling skills. He's athletic and long limbs, and his defense is only going to get better. He might get playing time this year because he's unique on this team. Right. Yep. 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 The one other thing, just one last thing about Pac just real quick, because I want to talk about Jalen Brunson's defense, and I know y'all don't care. I know the chat. I know y'all don't care about defense. Y'all can't fool me, right? Y'all can't fool me about defense. I know y'all don't care about defense, right? And if y'all don't, it's okay. One other thing I want to talk about Pac is the fact that he didn't look scared to me.
No, he didn't.
He looked scared. He
wanted to get out there. He got out there and scrapped.
Yeah, first NBA start, all that stuff. He didn't look shook out there to me. Should he have been more aggressive? When you out there with Jalen Brunson and Cat and Bridges, and I mean, it's gonna be hard to pick your spot, bro. You know what I'm saying, to score and all that, right? But Lee, I wanted to say this thing about Jalen Brunson defense, right? Jalen Brunson is not ever gonna be an elite NBA defender. I'm cool with that, right? I'm cool with saying that, usually guys in their late 20s don't become Gary Payton overnight.
Same thing with Cat, but go ahead.
Same thing with Cat. He ain't gonna ever be a defender, right? Jalen Brunson, the way Jalen Brunson's defense is, Jalen Brunson is smart, but limited physically. Cat is not limited physically. He just goofy.
Yeah. I'm still gonna say it's the flat feet. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, just because I know he got them flat feet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's never gonna be a ballerina out there.
Nah, he ain't. No.
He's not gonna be a ballerina.
And every Hall of Famer got flaws, though, Lee.
Yeah, no doubt. You are so correct. But I will say this: the difference between the two is effort.
Okay. Yeah. When Cat gave up a bet, how you 7 foot and you giving up backdoor layups, and then you gonna turn around like, yo, who got my back, bro? You the center.
You got your own back. You got everybody back.
Right.
That's your job.
That's your job, family. That's your job. Yeah. So, Sherwin is calling Cat dumb. I don't want to call him that. I'm just saying, his defensively, bro, that man got issues, bro. That man got issues, right? But Jalen Brunson's defense impressed me, and here's why. So I'm gonna just speak to, and y'all bear with me as I just speak basketball for a little bit. I know the chat don't like when I talk basketball. I watch the views go up, and every time I start talking about on the court basketball stuff, the views go down. People start leaving and stuff. That's why I don't do it. I'd be like, man, I ain't gonna talk on court basketball stuff, because every time I talk on court basketball stuff, people leave, right? But here's the thing. Jalen Brunson, in my mind, played excellent defense today for what he can do, right? Now, the thing about that is, Lee, you remember how for the last 3 years, I'm like, the reason why Jalen Brunson takes so many charges is because they put him in the low man position to cut off drivers, and so they hide him in the defense.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They hide Jalen Brunson in the defense, and he's supposed to cut off backdoor slashes and scramble out to the corner for three. Corner three, that's his responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Let him and Josh Hart be zoned up on either side of the floor.
Yeah.
Like in the time that you've been here, in the time that Josh Hart has been here, have you ever seen Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson both defensively in a pick and roll? No.
Oh yeah.
No, you're not gonna see both of them defensively in a pick and roll, right? And that's because the defense, no coach in his right mind is gonna let Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart defend the pick and roll together. No coach in their right mind is going to let them do that, right? but here's the thing. Today, and I said it earlier, and I let it slip. I was trying to save it. Today we did this thing called pre-switching, right? Where Jalen Brunson and Deuce both are in the same position. The offense call out a play, and then they scramble to a point where they show the defense a different look. Like instead of so Deuce goes to Jalen Brunson's spot in anticipation that they're gonna call Jalen Brunson's spot, but Deuce is gonna be there, right? And so Sherwin, you a mess, bro. So they call a play up top, right? Jalen Brunson goes with the wing guy that he can't guard, right? And he just runs with him, right? But then they try to call up Deuce, and they call a code red on the play. They're like, no. And basically, what they saying is, no, don't bring Deuce McBride up here. We can't have Deuce McBride and Mitchell Robinson guarding the pick and roll. We can't have that. Right? And y'all know why you can't have Deuce McBride and Mitchell Robinson guarding the other team's pick and roll. Y'all know that because we'll shut the pick and roll down. And then they will have to ISO away from the ball. They'd have to ISO on Mikal Bridges. Right? That plays right into our hands. Right? It plays right into our hands. Jalen Brunson, to me, showed a lot of effort in class. Right? Y'all saw his shot wasn't going, and he was kind of a little pissed about that, or peeved. He was a little peeved that his shot wasn't going.
But how does he make it up? He hustles on the other end of the court.
Leadership.
Exactly. He sets the example.
Right. Right. Now, was he elite defensively, Lee?
No.
Nah. But if Jalen Brunson is a good defender, if Jalen Brunson is average to slightly above average,
or scrappy,
right, or scrappy, that totally reinvents our defensive look. Right. That totally reinvents our defensive look. Right. If now you only have one bad defender on the floor, or when Cat is on the bench, no bad defenders on the floor, now all of a sudden everything looks different. Everything looks different. So I just wanted to tip my cap to Jalen Brunson, because Jalen Brunson cap is probably too heavy.
Oh God! Out here looking like out here with the Gillian Kid hat.
Yeah. And listen, I wanted to bring that up because as soon as I saw it, I was like, yo, I got to make sure I tell that to Sherwin, because a lot of us saw it. And for the people that really, 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 really value defense, when you see Jalen Brunson and Deuce McBride in a pre-switch and they can't run their play because the Knicks pre-switched before they can get into their set, all that means is, yo, Gilly, yeah. Hey, Justo, Gilly barred the hat because it was too small for Brunson, bro. Yo, Gilly hat was too small for Brunson, so he just gets Brunson Gilly kid, bro. Yo, yeah, that's hilarious, bro. What I want, yo, why is he in the building? Salute. Why is he in the building? One of the other things, Lee, I want to mention is Mitchell Robinson got to stop this. He got to stop, bro. He got to stop, bro. Mitchell Robinson should have had 20 and 20 today, bro.
Hey.
Why your man don't look at the rim, bro?
I think, listen, he's still gun shy.
I know what you about to say. He gun shy, bro. This thing gonna take some time. You can't judge him off one preseason game. I know what you about to say, bro.
But the 17 rebounds is ridiculous.
That man should have had. Bro, did you see those 2 dunks that Cat got off tip balls?
Yeah.
Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that when Cat and Mitch was together and the ball was just bouncing around? Cat caught him and dunked and one. I'm like, Mitch, the ball bounced off you.
Mm-hmm. Get your hands together, man.
Yo, the one that man, come on, Mitch, the ball bounced off you, bro. You got to catch those, bro. You got to catch those and throw them things down, bro. Yo, man, Lee, get your mans, bro. He cutting up already, bro. Hey, Lee, get your mans, bro. He coming in here cutting up already, bro.
I see.
Yeah.
Man. Wow.
Already, bro. One preseason, man. Come on, man. Yo, we gotta relax, bro.
He just had a bad day, you know. His wife got on him about something.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
She was mad because her job was too tight.
Hey, man. You know. Hey, Nick made a point though. A bounce pass to me. Yep. I agree. I agree. I don't think Mitch is gonna be. Todd Bobby talking about Mitchell Robinson got a curly kit. Yo, y'all gotta stop, bro. Mitch is my guy, bro. Mitch is my guy. But the thing I don't understand is how can you corral rebounds like that in traffic, right? How can you rebound like that in traffic, bodies all over you? But like when they want you to score, it ain't there.
You know why? It's called concentration and confidence. But because he's usually going up with 2 hands to grab a rebound.
Right.
He's concentrating. He knows he has to get that ball. When they're passing him the ball, now he's thinking about what move I'm going into instead of just securing the ball first.
Right.
Secure the ball first, then go into your move. It's all about it's the speed. You know what I'm saying? Some people, it's crazy, but it happens like that. And also too, and confidence. It's like free throws too. Like what Walt said today about him shooting free throws, confidence and practice.
Right. But he been shooting free throws the whole time. I ain't gonna front, man. I'm not gonna the free throw part. I know Mitchell Robinson put the work in, bro. And we know Mitch put the work in. It's just, yeah. I know he put the work in with the free throws. I know he put the work in with all the other stuff. Today, Mitchell Robinson looked like a cheat code. I wanted to talk more about Jalen Brunson defense, but I guess there'll be other times. We'll see if this is an aberration or if this is the truth with Jalen Brunson defense, right? My guy Mitch though looks like a cheat code, bro. Like legit, I don't think he'll average 17 rebounds a game. But I think that man had a rebound for every minute of basketball he played.
Pretty much.
He played 18 minutes and grabbed 16 rebounds. So that man played 18 minutes and had 16 rebounds.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, bro. That's
crazy. Even for a preseason game. That's like, because you would think a preseason game, we ain't really gonna go that hard. I'm not gonna be out that long. But he maximized every moment of himself being out there. Tip my cap to him.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that was crazy. I watched that. I was just like, look at this man. I mean, when they caught like he dominated the whole first quarter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yo, the tip dunk. Yo, Chad, I ain't gonna lie, man. Mitch was about 6-7 feet away from the rim and got a tip dunk. That's crazy.
He's rounding back off into his younger self. You know, I mean, all that putting on that weight, all that banging, and all that stuff like that. I'm glad his skill got away from. I mean, he got away from that body, and now he's getting back to more to his skills. What made him
Right.
a NBA player.
Yep.
Which is crazy, y'all. But can I just say one quick thing? Hey, that kid Edgecombe, he's gonna be somebody.
Yo, Lee, I'm telling you, bro. Knicks fans, bro. You know how Knicks fans don't believe in young kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like they like, man, that boy too young, man. I ain't waiting no 3 years for no. VJ Edgecombe, bro, is gonna lead the NBA in scoring. Him and the dude in Washington, what's the guy? What's the kid in Washington? Trey Johnson. I
Okay.
think that's his name. Trey Johnson, bro. They're gonna lead the NBA in scoring, bro. VJ Edgecombe elevated on Mitch today, bro. That man, when I say that man went upstairs, bro.
I said, oh, I was like, oh, no, he don't you dare.
Yo.
Don't you dare. He tried to.
Yo, man.
Don't you dare. And he did. He damn sure tried to. I was like, okay.
Yeah,
I mean, that was about the only one thing I just wanted to interject because I was like, because I told Watts, yo, this kid ain't bad, yo. When they called his name out in the draft, when I watched the draft and I saw him, I was like, oh. Then the day, like, I didn't catch him when they said he dropped 28 in the summer league.
Yeah.
But when I say I saw him today and he looked really comfortable out there, what's the kid? What's the other? What's the other guy? The guy they got the 6'5" kid they got last year, and Grimes, boy,
Yeah.
y'all better bring some to practice. Y'all better bring your lunch because he gonna be putting in some work. And he looked good out there with Maxey. Like they look good together.
Yeah. They look. I'm telling you, bro. They look like a tandem, bro. And the kid from Duke, the one that painted his nails. When he get back, they gotta. Yeah, man.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, man. I would say I would say this too, just about just real quick, wrapping up on the Jalen Brunson defense thing. Bro, he ain't have to do that. Hey, chat, I'm gonna just say this about Jalen Brunson changing his body and coming back looking to play defense. Man, he ain't have to do that. Yeah, Jared McCain, that's his name.
Yep.
Yeah, Jared McCain.
Yep.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. The fact that Jalen Brunson did that, I just appreciate that, and I just wanted to put that out there.
That's leadership.
Yeah.
That's leadership, but also
we still should take it for granted, though.
Nah, but also too, that's leadership. But that's him knowing, because he saw him. That's him doing film study too. Knowing that, man, maybe I was a little too heavy last year, and I couldn't slide my feet like that. I was him because I was him taking it seriously. Like we were that close to being in the NBA Finals. We should have been in the finals.
Right. Yeah. Bro, yeah, man.
And just think now because this guy's more willing to play more players, and that means that it's no more this 8-man rotation garbage, and well, it wasn't garbage. It was just the tip style. I will never say anything that man did was garbage. The 8-man rotation style that it actually, it's going to take the wear and tear of the regular season off. And then so if and when, or maybe if we have to go to an 8 or 9-man rotation for the playoffs, then these guys will have a little bit more energy. We won't be so gassed at the end of the season.
Right. Yeah.
So, hey.
Yo, you feel like talking about Deuce McBride a little bit?
Yo, yeah. 'Cause, let me tell you something right here. That's another person who I'm highly, highly proud of. I'm highly proud of him. That young man, what they say today, he's starting to show that he's a 3-level scorer.
Yeah.
I mean, he came down there with the sweetest reverse layup today. I was like, oh, and it rolled off his hand so sweet.
So smooth.
I was like, this, and then also too, like they said, you can tell who's been putting in work this summer.
Lee, that's what I wanted to ask you, man. I started to call you earlier. I didn't get off until, I didn't get off till like 8 o'clock. And I probably won't get off till 8 o'clock tomorrow too. But hey, man, working 9 to 8.
Hey, man, you gotta get that money.
Hey,
you gotta get that money. You gotta get that money. Ain't nobody gonna give it to you.
That lazy bum only have 3 jobs. 3.
3.
3. That lazy bum only has 3 jobs.
Oh, God.
Yeah, hey, man. Deuce today. And so here's the thing, Lee. This is what I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, Kerry Cox, I was gonna speak to this. Y'all be trying to steal my man. Y'all stop stealing my thunder. Let me just talk about it, bro. Yeah, when you say Bridges locked down Oubre, this is what I was gonna talk to you about.
Mm-hmm.
Even when the Knicks pre-switched and the Sixers stayed in that set,
Mm-hmm.
we still had good defenders on either side.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We still had good defenders on either side, man. It was crazy. Yeah. The thing about Dusha, I'm gonna just say this. I know it's one preseason game, right? It's a preseason game. We ain't gonna go bananas in here, like we ain't gonna go crazy like Prince or something, right? But what I will say is the appearance of Deuce McBride right now is that he is confident in his handle.
Most definitely.
And he shot a 3 today with a sixer in his jersey and made it. The one from the top of the key where the dude was in his jersey,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And made it. If this is the new Deuce, right? If this is the new Deuce, all this Landry Shamet, Malcolm, why?
Hey. But you know what's something though? Sometimes I think the organization makes moves just to motivate people. You know what I'm saying? See how they're gonna react. I mean, just like the whole Josh Hart when we traded for Josh Hart, and then I wanted to see how what's my man name? RJ Barrett react. And they picked as soon as that happened, RJ, for some reason, he picked his game up just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm not saying a whole lot, but a little bit. Enough to say, yo, I'm still a starter. So I say that to say, because, it's nothing wrong with a little extra motivation. Constantly, you got,
Right.
as good as you think you are, sometimes you got to look over your shoulder too now. There's always somebody trying to come get your job. There's always somebody trying to take your job. That's why there's a draft every year.
Right. Right. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you. Why? I'm trying to do so. Go ahead, Lee. I'm sorry.
You know, we had a brain fart, bro.
No, I'm trying to do something, and it won't let me do it.
Hey, man.
Okay. I know why now. I know why. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
No. Because you were talking, so I ain't want to interrupt you. But yeah, I was extremely proud of that. Jordan Clarkson, I'm not saying I wasn't too impressed, but you know, I think he'll find his way into this situation. I'm just waiting to see how, to be real, how this all comes together in the regular season. And like, this is like, we out here for real. You know,
Right.
that's the issue with me. It's like the anticipation, but I'm not worried a bit. For some reason, I'm sort of not cocky, but not arrogant, but I'm more so confident that this year is going to be a hell of a lot smoother than the last few years, at least as far as the regular season. You know. With that said, you know, so I think this is going to be. I think this team is going to be a little bit more laid back to some degree.
Okay. Right. Okay.
So we'll see.
If this is the Deuce McBride that we're gonna get every night, y'all, and it won't be like Deuce ain't gonna average. What did he score tonight? Like Deuce ain't gonna average 20 points a game. What did he score today? 21, 19, 18?
No, he scored 12, 15 or something. He was the lead scorer.
So Deuce had 12 points today, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like a solid 12 points. He had 5 rebounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's Deuce's sweet spot right there, bro.
Yeah.
I think that's his sweet spot. But here's the thing I'm trying to get to. I was stumbling over words. I generally don't do that. But if this is the Deuce McBride that we're gonna get, and this is the Clarkson we're gonna get, I don't think there's room for Malcolm Brogdon and Landry Shamet.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be in the waiver wire.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if Randall, bro, y'all gotta let me get to. I'm gonna get to it, bro. Y'all rushing. I'm gonna get to Gary Bird, bro. I'm gonna get to Gary Bird. I promise you, I'm gonna get to Gary Bird, man. But we just gotta cook a little bit. We gotta stew a little bit. Justo, thank you for the generous contribution. Justo says, I was proud watching Deuce look comfortable and being a vet to Pacom. I think he finally feels like he can be himself and not limited to a role here.
Exactly.
Yes, and yes, and yes.
Yes, that was a dope. That was a dope right there. That was a dope with that.
Yep. Hey man, if this is Deuce, if this is the Deuce we're gonna get, right? And it's only one preseason game, we gotta
relax.
Yeah. But if this is it, then what do we need Brogdon for again? Now, and mind you, I'm about to start a Brogdon hive, right? I like Brogdon. I like Malcolm Brogdon being here, right? I like Malcolm Brogdon being here, right? But you know what I like more than that? I like to see the development of Deuce McBride. I like to see the defensive switching up their look against basic offenses. Because when a basic offense gets exotic defensive look, the defense wins. Just off of that, right? Just off of that, right? And so, the thing is, if Deuce Lee, hey, yo, chat, I'm about to say something that's going to start a civil war in here, and I don't want to start a civil war, but I got to get this off my chest.
Go ahead, throw the grenade.
I got to get this off my chest, right? I'm gonna say this to Corey Lee. Corey Lee, my brother, he know I don't mean nothing by it, right? It's just a conversation. Lee, I honestly feel like the improvement of Tyler Collett pushed Deuce McBride to get better. I think Deuce McBride legitimately is watching his back.
What did I tell you?
Chat, what y'all think? Chat, I'm gonna ask the chat, and then I'm gonna ask your opinion, Lee, because I know I just sprung it on you. I didn't send it to you earlier in the day. I just sprung it on you. Chat, do y'all believe that Deuce McBride is tired of the Knicks bringing in point guards every summer to take his job, and he feels like that job is his, was his, and has always been his job to have? Y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all think Deuce McBride is tired of the Knicks bringing in point guard after point guard after point guard every year, right? Or tell me what y'all think. Lee, what you think? What do you think? Do you think is the fact that Tom Thibodeau is gone and Deuce McBride is free to be athletic?
Yes.
Or do you think Deuce finally just did improvements in the offseason to get better? Or do you think Deuce is just tired of people coming in here every year to take his job?
It's a combination of all three.
Oh, come on, Lee, come on, man.
Oh, you think I'm copping out? No, I'm not copping out with that answer.
It sound like.
Nah. First of all, hold on a second, let me finish because you asked me a question. Let me answer it because I gave you my answer. I'm gonna explain my answer. Okay, Professor, listen. The reason why I said combination of all three, number one, every year he's improved. Every year he's been here, he has improved. He's been working on his game. That's a fact. So, all right, let's not even argue over that. But two, yes, I can see him getting tired of constantly because he hasn't reached the pinnacle for which Knicks fans feel like, oh, he's solid all the way around. Why are we doing that? You understand what I'm saying? Because, for the simple fact that they feel like he was underwhelming in the playoffs when he really was solid.
Right.
When he really was solid.
Right.
Considering the role and the style of play we used him in. So,
right.
And also too, you got to think. I believe we got him. Kemba Walker was here, and Kemba Walker. That was his first year. Kemba Walker, we brought Kemba Walker here,
right.
and it's bringing him home. It was celebration, and we popping fireworks and popping champagne and all that stuff like that. Since then, has it been like a Hollywood scene? Starting the regular season off again? Hell no.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's for the simple fact that now he's and then we had to use what's my man name? A fourth quarter Michael Jordan.
Right. Burks
to be the point guard over him. That was a slap in the face.
Right.
He's constantly been fighting to prove himself. And now he feels like he's at the point where it should be that. Now it's easier for him. Now he doesn't feel the stress no more. He sees the improvement in his own game. The game slowed down for him.
Okay.
You know, and then here we come. You know, what's the dude? Rokas, Poland. Constantly bringing these 6'4", 6'5" guards, point guards, your point guards, shooters, all this great accolades, everything like that. And then now look, he's still part of the cream. He's still rising. So yeah, that's why I say it's a combination of everything. But with that said though, it's his attitude more than anything.
Deuce.
Yeah, it's his attitude. His attitude of how he takes on the game, how he takes on the responsibility of being professional, especially in New York City.
Right.
You see him come in with that bushy afro. He put the cornrows in that sucker today. Tighten us up.
Right. I'm gonna say this, man. You remember how Ivory 10 used to talk about Charlie Ward? Used to say Charlie Ward wasn't athletic.
Yeah, and I was kind of underwhelming considering the man won a trophy.
Yeah. I think athletes like that. You remember how Charlie Ward looked as the Knicks point guard under Van Gundy? Miguel,
Yeah.
in the building. Salute.
Sort of stiff.
Yeah. Miguel P says salute to everyone. Salute to everybody, man. Salute all the members of the channel.
Shout out, Miguel.
Miguel P, thank you for your generous contribution. Lee, did you know Charlie Ward played center field for the Seminoles baseball team?
Of course.
He played point guard for the Seminoles basketball team.
That was the quarterback.
Yep. Yeah, he was the point guard when they had a shooting guard named Bobby Sura.
Yep. Athletic white guy.
Yep, athletic white guy. Yep. And you know who his backup was at Florida State?
Yeah. What's the dude? Looks like a cockroach. Ugly dude. Sam Cassell. Yep.
Sam Cassell was his backup, right? Like Charlie Ward legit played 3 sports at Florida State, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he gets to the Knicks, and people say he's not athletic.
Man, listen. People run their mouths and they really don't know the history of who they're talking about. You know what a center fielder is? A center fielder has to cover the most ground out there in the outfield. He backs up the left fielder, he backs up the right fielder. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, backs up every throw to second base.
Exactly. He is the most athletic person out there. Usually the fastest.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. The reason why I bring up Charlie Ward and names like Major Harris, for those that remember Major Harris at West Virginia.
Tony Rice.
Tony Rice. For people that remember names like Tony Rice or Major Harris or Tommy Frazier or J.C. Watts. If you remember, like the dual threat quarterback,
the option quarterback,
you know how athletic they are. Yeah, you know how athletic they are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guess who used to be the dual threat quarterback at Mola High School?
I give up. Who?
Deuce McBride.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right. He was a quarterback. You're right. I forgot. Yep.
Deuce McBride played dual threat quarterback at the same school that gave baseball fans Ken Griffey Jr.
Wow.
Right? Like legit. In my opinion, athleticism like that don't go nowhere. Now you can harness it, like you harness Mitchell Robinson's athleticism, but it don't go nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's the thing I'm saying about Deuce McBride, right? I'm saying players like Deuce, he may have been harnessed or leashed up to not be overly flashy because it's not what the coach like, right? But at the same time, if you're that guy, if you're an athlete, They can't stop you from, bro. Nick Yak is right. Nick Yak right. Wilt Chamberlain, that one summer in I forget what summer it was, but one summer, Wilt Chamberlain and Arnold Schwarzenegger lifted weights all summer together.
And if you let Arnold Schwarzenegger tell you, Wilt Chamberlain outdid him.
Right, all summer, right? And then as training camp came for the NBA, they said Wilt Chamberlain got on the track and ran a 4.640 at 7 foot tall, right? And was mad and got mad and ran a 4.440.
Stop playing.
Yo, this man is 7'1" and running a 4.640. Got mad. Now, I don't believe the 4.440 part, right? Right? But and some things you just have to see it to believe it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, a 7 foot tall dude, 30 years old, or was he 30? Yeah, probably 30 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Running a 4.6. You 30 and running a 4.6. Bro, this dude. That's what I'm saying about athletes. That's what I'm saying about Deuce. I think it's less about the competition that comes in every year. I think it's less about Deuce being putting in the work every summer. I think Deuce worked every summer. I don't want to get in my mind that Deuce takes summers off, right? And then this summer he decided to work, and this is what he looked like. I don't want to think that, right? What I want to think is that Deuce McBride is an exceptional athlete, has always been that, but did what the coach asked him to do in a role in order to do what it takes to help the team win. But now another coach is coming in here looking for athletes, right? And so Mike Brown go to Deuce. I'm like, hey, Deuce McBride, go find me some athletes. Deuce like, yo, I know what won that. Look, I can get you an athlete right now. I know what won that. You want me? Yeah. You want to see him? I think Deuce probably had all these things all along, and it just wasn't his role to be what he naturally is. And how I know that, how I got to this opinion, chat, how I got to this opinion is I was talking to Todd Barbie earlier about how Julius Randle, Tom Thibodeau first year, Julius Randle came to camp. They measured him at 6'9", 245. And then the next summer, Randle came back at 260 pounds. Bro, y'all remember the year RJ Barrett shot 40% from three? Anybody remember that?
I remember that.
Anybody? When RJ was a svelte 214.
That was his second year.
Yeah.
Second year.
Y'all remember that when RJ was like 214 and my guy shot 40% from three. And then the next year he came back and the rumor was that RJ Barrett was 229. Because they wanted him to bulk up to play on the wing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, RJ, you got to bulk up, man, to guard these wings, man. You got to bulk up. And that man came in here top heavy, couldn't move his feet and slow.
Yep. Looking awkward.
Right. Yo, y'all remember when Mitchell Robinson went from 240 pounds to 286 pounds? Yeah, remember that Mitchell Robinson like, that's a damn lie. I ain't no 300 pounds. I'm 286. Yeah, I remember that. Y'all remember the swole? Y'all remember the swole Mitchell Robinson? Anybody remember that?
I was just 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
That's why I was often hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all remember that? When y'all remember Big Swole Mitch looked like the thing from the Fantastic Four? Jeremy in the building, salute. So my thing, ultimately, what I'm saying about Deuce is, I don't think it's he decided to start working out. I think Deuce has always been a worker. That's why the Knicks kept him. Right? I don't think it's a thing about point guards coming in here trying to take his job every year. I think that's important. I don't think it's the main thing. And that's the reason why I asked Lee to make sure I got my mind right. Right? Nobody knows it all. That's why you get smart people around you to like bounce ideas off of. So there's a balance and a counterbalance, whatever. Lee, I legit think that Deuce has always been this, but he was kind of held back.
I can agree with you. I can most definitely agree with you.
That's what I think. That's what I think. I think the guy is what you see now is probably what he probably could have always been. And this is no disrespect to Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau was thinking what he did, he was doing what he thought was best. Right? Yo, you gotta do something with Wise, bro.
I don't know. I know. Shout out Wise. I see him in there.
Let's do it. We're gonna have to send him some Newports or something, bro. Wise in here talking about Mitch had to get his weight up.
Yo. Nah, I'm some Newport. Send him some Fonto.
Yo, yes, yo, you are, bro. Get his head right. Yeah. Yo, yeah, that will get anybody head right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, the whole thing, man, Mitch getting his weight up for Embiid, and man, I don't know, bro. Just seeing that make me want to punch Joel Embiid in his Adam's apple if he got one. You know what I'm saying? It's just make me...
Yeah, already talk crazy anyway. You won't
Yeah, he already talked.
Man, if you hit him in his Adam apple, he'll be speechless forever.
But his thumbs will probably be working because he trolling Embiid, bro. You know he trolling Embiid. So,
oh my God.
One of the other things that I wanted to ask you, how did y'all like Mikal Bridges' defense away from the point of attack?
Excellent. I thought it was excellent.
Yeah.
I think he's much better than on the point of attack. Whereas OG's probably better on the point of attack. And he's just better, you know what I'm saying? That type of defender.
Right. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Yeah. I think him being the shadow, I think him being the shadow is the best version of his defense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Bridges running through screens all night, bro. It's ridiculous. Like that legit, the dude is like, if you can imagine being in that man go through 200. How many possessions a team get? About 100. They get about 100 possessions, right? Not shots.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't talking about shots. I'm talking about possessions. Because sometimes you turn the ball over. Sometimes something happens. So you don't always get shots up, right?
He's going through all those car crashes.
Yep, every night.
Like an offensive lineman.
Right. Bro, I don't salute the State, man. State was good, bro. Man. Yeah, man. I think Bridges on the perimeter defending is elite. And if you think that team shot 34% just because they was in Abu Dhabi, I'm gonna say they shot 34% because Mitchell Robinson is healthy. I'm gonna say they shot 34%, and they probably would have shot 29% if Cat wasn't out there.
Right.
So, yeah, man. Yeah, man. I ain't gonna front, man. I think the Knicks were. I think the Knicks were excellent tonight. Hey, man, you gonna watch the game with me Saturday?
Yeah, more than likely. I ain't got nothing going on.
It's Saturday at 11 o'clock.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Hey, y'all, I'm gonna wrap up right here because I gotta get on the phones extra early. Well, not on the phones. I gotta be at the computer and then phones. So I'm gonna wrap up right here, man. Just want to thank everybody for coming through, hang out with us. Hey, thank y'all for helping, man. This is fun. I know I enjoy being here with y'all. So we probably gonna rock tomorrow night and Saturday during the daytime, during and after the game. So I'm gonna tell everybody, thank y'all for coming through, hanging out with me. Tori B, we gotta finish up the R&B list. If y'all like R&B, man, make sure y'all come check out Echo and Essence. We talk about a lot of other stuff, but R&B seems like the topic du jour right now. So we're gonna holler at y'all later. Peace, everybody.
I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. How I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity. World is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that meta.